Today we're talking about
Yep, there's the answer to my question. Okay, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. We are back on LeMans Ultimate, taking a second crack at the 4 hours of Imola. Yesterday, I'd like to thank those of you that watched. That one really hurt. I think out of all the driver swap races we've done, that one hurt the most because we could have won it. At one point, I had the lead, and I started pushing because I wanted to try to put some separation between myself and the guy that I overtook for the lead. And I got greedy and I lost the back end, and that was the fatal blow. I mean, I had four. I think I had 4 incidents that race. 3 of them were my fault, but I think the fatal one came from an LMP2 car who went around the outside and damn near went around me on the grass, and we
At
went
Craig
door to
Harris
door.
41 said, "Is this Mass Effect thinking face?"
Mr. Craig Harris, Craig the tech guy. I had a massive wreck yesterday, if that's any consolation. How you doing, my friend? Got a few days till Thanksgiving. Eat some turkey, get on out there and see what's out there for Black Friday. But yeah, this is definitely Mass Effect. I think speaking of EA games, yesterday I got a little, what's the word? I tried Battlefield 6 for a little bit. My son bought the game, and so I downloaded it under his account and played it for a few minutes. And I think I'm going to grab this game. I mean, well, I tried the Red Sec on my PlayStation last week, because it's free to play. And I liked it. So I'm definitely going to pick that game up. Between Battlefield 6 Red Set and Forefront, which is on the MetaQuest, that is the VR version of Battlefield, I'm good. So when I'm taking a break from sim racing, that's what I'm going to be doing, playing some Battlefield. I still love that franchise. So it looks like my teammate is here. Let me put on my headset so I can hear him.
Good morning.
Good morning. Or in your case, this afternoon, isn't that?
Yeah, right.
So am I correct to assume that it is 2:51 p.m. in Germany right now?
Yes, right.
Excellent.
2:50 p.m. Yo. All right.
And I was explaining to viewers that I got greedy yesterday, or we could have won that race yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
We had pace. And
oh yeah. So, and maybe right now it's, yeah, let's see. Maybe we have the chance again to win the race.
Boy, there are way more teams in this one than it was in yesterday's.
Really? Wow.
Yesterday, when we did yesterday's race, I think there was like 300 and some odd teams in there.
Yeah.
There's 422 teams in this one.
Yeah, okay. I know. Just because of the time right now, I think the all the European guys.
Oh, not only that, in the F1 race is already out of the way. So
yeah, yeah, right.
I fell asleep and didn't get to watch the race, but I watched the highlights. And as soon as I saw that Lando tried to push Verstappen wide, but Verstappen came and got him on the rebound, after he got in the lead, I said, this race is over. Nobody catches Verstappen from behind. Unless he's having mechanical trouble, nobody catches that guy from behind.
Yeah, that's right. It's crazy. The Piastri and Norris, they are qualified, right?
I think Lando had pole, didn't he?
No, I mean after the race, he was I don't know the word in English for that. Disqualified. Is that right? That word?
Oh, which one?
Piastri and Norris.
Both of them were disqualified?
After the race. Yeah, man.
Are you kidding me?
No, really.
You know what that just did?
Yeah, so now it's woof.
You know what that did?
Yeah, it's the ground from the car was too small after the race, and yeah, because of that.
Oh, what are you talking about? Like the board underneath the car?
Yeah.
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, it's really interesting right now for the last two races.
That opened the door for Verstappen to come in and take the championship.
Yeah, man.
They're trying to set up that bullshit like they did with Verstappen and Hamilton, where it came down to the last race of the season when Verstappen won his first championship. The last race of the season at Dubai, I believe it was at Bahrain.
Yeah, right.
And
Abu Dhabi.
Oh, Abu Dhabi. Okay, they pulled that bullshit and set it up with that with the safety car.
Oh Hamilton, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
because he was in first, and he didn't come in from new tires because he was scared he was going to lose his spot. And then,
yeah, right. So he thought the race will end behind the safety car, and just because of that, he was not at the pits. And yeah.
And then when I think they conveniently waited till Hamilton got past the pits to decide that they were going to make them race a couple of more laps, and that let Verstappen to get in there and get some fresh tires. So that was the biggest fuck job I had ever seen in racing.
Oh yeah.
They took an 8th championship from Hamilton. And I was telling people, I believe in conspiracy theories. I think they did it for a couple of reasons. One, to create a rivalry between Verstappen and Hamilton. Number two, if Hamilton would have won that 8th championship, he retires. If he retires, TV ratings go down, and not as many people watch until the new champion comes up and forms a rivalry with somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
So now the rivalry isn't Hamilton and Verstappen anymore. Now the rivalry is Verstappen and Norris. So
yeah, right, and Lando, yeah.
Yep. So they needed Hamilton to hang around a few more years to keep that rivalry going and to keep the TV ratings up. So now if Hamilton retires, I think the FIA would be okay with it. Because now we got a legitimate rivalry between Verstappen and Norris.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's right.
Because 8 championships, would anybody ever do that again? If Hamilton would have won 8 championships, like I said, I think if Hamilton wins that 8th championship, I believe he retires and he leaves the sport as the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a screw job. So we fast forward to yesterday, and what you just told me about that disqualification, they're setting the tone for it to come down to the very last week of the season to decide who's going to be champion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I thought I thought the FIA got all that shit out of their system. I thought they stopped all that bullshit.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking of, while we're on the subject of F1, have you had a chance to try F125 on your new PC yet?
Oh, I love it, really. I love it. I had a race after the Formula One race yesterday, so I thought, oh, now I want to try it. I want to drive it, and it was awesome.
The F1 games are a game that I don't play that much, but when I do play it, I end up playing it for hours because I forget how much fun it is.
Yeah, it is. It's not that the hardcore simulation, but it's fun. So yeah.
I definitely like it. And as far as the VR goes, the biggest fault with the VR is like everything up close is sharp. Everything in the distance looks a little bit soft. So
I have a setting right now that's okay for me with the sharpness and the distance.
Okay, well, for me, like since I got raw horsepower, I can just keep cranking the resolution up because I run that game at like 3500p.
Okay.
And I could go even higher if I wanted to, but I leave it at 3500 so I get a nice clear picture, but I still have resources left.
All right. Yeah.
All right. 10 seconds.
Okay.
T minus.
Let's go.
Let's go. T minus 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Okay, so how do you want to do this? You want to take the first stint or you want me to take it?
You can take it.
Okay, cool. What about quali? You want a quali or you
Oh no, you did that really good yesterday.
No, no, wait. I got an idea.
Okay.
Oh, but we're qualifying in the wet though. I forgot about that again. You don't like driving in the wet.
Right. So that's because I think you should do that.
Okay, I'm waiting for the
Hopefully this time are some more GT3s in our split.
Let's see what split we're in. Okay, we're about to hop in here now. Yesterday we were in split 7 of 9.
Yeah, and just had 12 GT3s.
There was what?
We just had 12 GT3s in our split.
I think they had to do it like that because like there probably wasn't that many P3s. There was a lot of P2s, but there wasn't a lot of P3s entered.
Mm-hmm. Okay, split 12.
I wonder how many people are going to enter the 24 hours.
Oh.
We are in split 12 of 14.
Right.
And there
and a
is
lot of
28 GT3s.
Ooh, that's hard. Okay.
For whatever reason, we can't. Oh, you must be driving.
No, you can. No, you can drive.
Okay, were you driving at first?
Huh?
Were you behind the wheel first?
No, you can drive.
Okay, because at first I didn't see anything, and now it says take control.
No.
Okay, now I'm in the car.
Ah, okay, good.
But my base shakers aren't working, so hold on. Oh. Okay, that solves that. I still have my base shaker set to race room.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to switch it back to LeMans Ultimate. Speaking of which, I had fun with race room.
Again?
I had fun with race room yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's not that bad, that game.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice clean racing too.
Yeah.
You notice how nobody was trying to take each other out in that game?
Yeah, that's really nice. The clean races there.
There's a car approaching. Stay behind the white line. Blue flag, your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
I don't
Incident,
like the way this
car
guy,
clear
he's
left.
too close. Go ahead.
It looks like Mendes has stacked it in. Tosa. Clear left. Sector 2 is now green.
What an
Clear right.
idiot!
Oh
Yellow
yeah.
flag, Sector 1.
Did you see that?
Yeah, sure. That's
We think
damn.
that Carter's has spun off. Sector 2 is yellow. Okay, Clay, you had some minor aero damage. Stay out, it's not that bad.
Damn. I
It
think
is
that
just
will be dangerous in the race with so many cars.
This is just unbelievable. I've never seen so many mindless morons in a game.
Mm-hmm.
The game is kind of running a little bit jittery.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Pit exit is clear. Green flag, Sector 2. Sector
But I
1 is
think a
now
lot of
green.
It's got to do with Windows 11 because I just don't like it.
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. Blue flag. It looks like Beaumont has gone off in Tosa. Blue flag. Sector 2 is green. Right side's clear.
Okay.
Car left. Clear left. Okay, Clay. There's a faster car approaching.
The P2s are probably going to knock a lot of people out of this race like they did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Blue flag.
They don't. But I used to tell people, like they talk about how the GT3s have the right to the racing line. And
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Yellow flag.
And everybody else has to go around.
Sector 1 is green.
They don't get
We can
that.
see Mendes has stacked it.
Mhm.
Sector 3 is clear.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're going to force their way through.
Blue flag. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Mendes has binned it. P12. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 3 is now clear. Green flag, Sector 2. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. We think that Mendes has gone off. Green flag in Sector 2.
You think it's time to consider dry tires? Nah.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
By the time I get the dry
Green
tires
flag
put
Sector
on,
1.
this
We
session
think
will be over.
Silvera has binned it. Brake temperatures are looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not gonna move over, huh?
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag in Sector 1.
He already messed up. He went off the track, so whatever lap time he was trying to set was already destroyed. So move over
right.
and let somebody through
Looks
that's
like
trying to
P6
set
has
a
gone
lap.
off. Sector 2 is now
Hey,
yellow.
that's how
P6.
you know we're in here with
That lap
bottom
time was
feeders. They don't understand that stuff.
154.09. It looks like Silvera has binned it in
Yeah, I
Curatella.
don't understand that too. Stupid.
Mind these track limits, please, Clay. Green flag, Sector 2. Green flag in Sector 3. Sector 3 is now yellow. That's the end of the session. P7.
Oh, god damn it, it got greedy again. Cause I saw that I could beat that. I thought I could beat that first lap. See how many this is 15 laps. Ten laps should be enough. All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
Let's do this.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line. All right,
You're
Clay, we've got
driving with,
14 minutes to set a lap.
Mediums.
Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat into them.
Oh, shite. Thought I had wets on there. We think it's time to consider wet tires. I think that's a good idea. All right. I wonder how many people are going to sign up for the 24 hours.
Oh yeah. When is that?
All
Is
clear.
it 24
Exit.
hours?
Yeah, like in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's still this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this one coming up, I don't think it's the official 24 hours, but it is the 24 hours.
Yeah, right.
I think the official, like, virtual 24 hours will be next year sometime.
Yeah.
I think they're doing this just to give us a taste.
Mm-hmm.
Pole position. Your brake temperature's okay. The guy ahead's last lap time is a 2:01.74. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. There's a faster car approaching. Eighth place. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. The leader's just done a 151.54. Sector 1 is 0.32 off the pace. Okay, Clay, there's a faster class car approaching.
But you're much faster than yesterday.
P9.
Time is much
Sector 3
faster than yesterday.
0.40 off the pace. There's a faster class car behind.
Ah! Try
This
to get a
lap won't
good
count.
exit.
You've cut the track. Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it.
I don't see any damage.
Do you know your quality time from yesterday?
Nah, I don't remember.
It was 1:54.4.
We're seeing front locking going into Villeneuve.
So you are more than a second faster now.
Oh. I was aiming for 152s because I know I can get there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I discovered a couple of things I think might be able to help me pick up a couple of tenths next time.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 30 Celsius. Alright Clay, we need to watch these track limits. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Now delete this lap, you've cut the track.
Track feels like it's getting wetter and wetter.
Hey, Willie?
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is you have a good time. Yeah.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
This is probably realistically my last shot.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the track limits, please, Clay.
Nobody's getting any better.
Nope.
Ah, that was worse.
That's the end of
car
the
had
session.
no grip.
E9.
But yeah, that was good. That was good.
It could have been better. I think I could have gotten to the 152s. That's what I was aiming for, and that's why I spun out. The lap where I spun out, I think I was about another 3/10 faster.
Mm-hmm. But P9 is good when you see we are 28 drivers. That's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but I know I could have done better. But the silver lining in all this is that we know that the P2s are going to destroy a lot of cars.
Yep.
So this isn't going to be a situation where I need to overtake a lot of people, or I just need to keep the car on the track, and I'm going to get a lot of freebies.
Yeah.
So I think spin-outs are going to happen. It is what it is, but the most important part is I cannot hit the wall.
Yeah.
Lost a wing twice, lost a wheel until the final one was the fatal blow. When we lost the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Man, I'm like surfacing for air. That's how it's going.
Hello,
you're
hello.
Still dealing with the humidity?
That's like tip of the iceberg. No, it just works like crazy, man. We have like annual inspection and just they're trying to kill 30 birds with one stone. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Everybody's fed up. So morale is pretty low. But how are you guys doing? You sound sick,
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess myself, I'm doing pretty good. Race-wise, I'm still kicking myself from a possible win that I threw away yesterday. We could have won that race yesterday.
Oh, damn.
Because at one point, I overtook the guy for the lead. And in an effort to try to put some distance between myself and him, I started pushing, and I lost the back end and hit the wall, lost the wing.
What
Yeah, that was
hour was
unlucky.
that in?
I think probably about an hour into the race.
Oh, damn. Yeah, ours was pretty crazy, man. There were guys in LMPs that were just shoving people out of the way. Like, my other buddy, man, he was quote unquote a terrorist. I don't know if I want to say that on YouTube.
Now, in our case, in our race yesterday, the P2s were knocking each other off the track, but sometimes
Yeah.
the P3s were like collateral damage. They were part of it.
We only had 6 in the one I did with my buddy, but you guys did the late one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was sleeping already, man. 4 a.m. wake up. I think yours was like 11 p.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect
Okay.
this race to be any different. I expect the P2s to just cause havoc, and whoever's in their way, they're going along for the ride.
Okay, let's go. I'm a little bit nervous.
Me too. Survive turn 1 and we'll be okay, at least till the P2s catch up to us again.
Green flag.
Floor it.
Green flag.
There's a Lambo. Oh, no, that dude
Clear
came
on
too
car,
close.
clear
I'm
right.
letting him go. That's a little too close.
Clear right.
Oh,
Car,
the
right
stream
side's
is like
clear.
way behind.
Right side's clear.
Yeah, YouTube's always
Yeah, right side's
behind.
clear.
What an
I'm
idiot.
gonna have to
It looks
wait.
like Ryan has gone off in Tamburello. Green
I
flag,
should
sector
probably
1.
just log in and watch on the server.
Car clear right.
Could do that.
Yeah, let me do that. I need to take
I'm
a break.
watching him on the
anyways.
radar. This guy's swerving
Clear
all
car,
over the
clear
place.
right. Come on, Clay. Just settle down. Find your rhythm.
You know what? I do not like the way this guy's driving. I'm going to let him go. He's going to wreck somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Somebody just hit me from behind.
Yep, the BMW.
That's barely a scratch,
That's
mate.
30
Just ignore
seconds.
it. Clear right.
And then some of these guys have got latency issues.
Oh, oh.
Dive bomber. I see
Clear
him.
left.
I
What is
see
he
him.
doing? Okay, okay.
Come on, man. Keep pushing. Be 17. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Clay.
I
Left
was gonna
side,
say what
clear
helped
left.
with our stint was putting +1 fuel saving. We made up a ton of places.
The car in
through
front of
pit
us is now
strategy.
David.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we were down to like 23rd and made it up to P13 because of the fuel saving.
Oof.
What an idiot.
Yellow flag,
It's the
sector 2.
loading.
Trying to overtake on the corners.
We think David has crashed.
Okay, P16 good.
The next car is May.
Then this car in front of me, I think he's got latency issues. So I'm scared to
Yep,
make a
I'm
move.
seeing it on my end too. Yeah, I'm seeing latency issues with the guy too.
And it's hard for me to take these corners the way I want to because I'm constantly watching the radar because these guys are diving in, they're swerving all over the place, they got latency issues.
16th place.
Yeah, the way he's moving on my screen looks really erratic.
Definitely.
Whoa.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Clear, we think
oh.
Ryan has gone off in Tamburello.
Ah,
Sector
no.
1 is clear. Right side's clear. Clear right.
Because of his latency issues,
Clay,
I just
come on,
didn't
don't
know
let him
what's
get away.
going to happen. I had to let him go.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Cold
You
tires,
can make
we
it
need to
up
get some heat
later
as
on with fuel saving.
I got the pace to take these guys. I just, like, it's...
Have you tinkered around with the fuel saving before, Link?
Not really. It's just, I just decide
It's-
whenever it's time to fuel save, I just, like, back off the pedal a little bit.
Yeah, you can set it up in the fuel
Right, the
tab.
guy ahead of us is Florian. Your brakes
You
are
have
hot
to
all
go
round.
to virtual energy and then use your up down to put it to +1 fuel saving, then your lights will come on.
Oh, like, if you push it too hard, it'll let you know?
Yeah, you'll see
It's
like a
good, the
red
center one, yellow flag.
asterisk warning, like a wet floor sign if you're not meeting your target. And just coming in a little bit later
Yellow
on the
flag, keep
stints
your wits
will
about you,
save you time in the long run, even though like you don't
We think
lose
that's
too much time
Pfeiffer. Has
coasting,
gone off
like
in.
especially when you're in
Reversa 1,
traffic
green
like
flag,
this,
sector
man.
3.
Yeah.
The guys that did really well, there were
D19.
quite a few guys that were fuel saving, so you gotta be careful not to rear end those guys. So like if they're doing it, you do it too. And later on, you can see with the virtual energy how much these guys are actually using.
Time to get defensive, mate. They're faster than us.
That's
through,
how the
very
pit
anti-alta.
stops get all
We think
staggered.
that Live has gone off. Sector 1 is green.
Assuming people aren't repairing damage or whatever. Where's the stream?
Sector 2 is clear.
Oh, shit. He's in front of me and has no wing.
Yep. Yeah, man, you guys have 10 LMP in your race.
That good or bad?
I mean, we had 6 and 28 GT3, so
But
you guys
then
have more.
again, when we did our race yesterday, there was about...
At
I'm
Dale
just-
Rodman
Just had a warning
Jr.
for cutting the track.
said, "Good luck."
Thank you, Mr. Rodman. Yesterday, when we did our race, there was over 300 teams entered. Today, there was 422 teams entered in this race. So my point being is that's probably why you're seeing more P2s this race, because there's more teams overall entered.
P18.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Sunday for me is number 1, man. We drove with the Merc, and man, the car was good until it wasn't
Thanks,
good.
Clay.
That Merc, I want
Like
to drive that
understeers.
car. The
It's like-
the car is so unstable when the tires are cold.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Once those
Yeah.
tires warm up, that
Whoa,
Green
whoa!
flag in sector 1. We can see Jordan.
Damn.
Ended.
No,
Oh no!
and we
Yellow
lost the
flag,
wheel.
sector 2.
Okay.
Oh man!
we're finished. The car won't move.
Yeah,
We
okay,
can't fix that
that's
suspension, mate.
Damn, what was it?
Your
I want
wheel.
to get out of this
What
car
even
and go over
happened
there
to
and kick
that?
that guy's
It's
ass.
the wheel. You
What the
have
fuck
seen the
was he
wheel?
thinking?
Shit.
Oh, not only that, not only did we lose a tire, you see the engine is red. It's done. The car won't start.
I only see the missing wheel. Man, the guy, he swerved in front of you and then he hit you afterwards. I didn't even...
Once he missed me and went into the grass, I thought that was it. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way he's going to make it back onto the track.
Man, like, the Gooners. Seriously? Like, why are these people playing the game?
He's leading the race.
So let me see if I can remember that guy's race so I can report him.
Okay.
He literally went through the chicane, man. It's the Gooners A. Perzinski.
That who the guy is? Brzezinski?
Yep.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said, maybe watch the replay before we call him an idiot. Maybe he got punted.
Huh?
He didn't even let off through the...
What?
They're saying that, like...
He was in the grass and then just... He went full speed through the gravel trap. Like, how is that even... Man.
No way.
The car in front
Is that guy cheating? Like, he literally went through... He didn't even slow down for turn 1. He went through all of the gravel, rode along the outside.
Okay, Clay. The next car is live.
How is that even...
Unbelievable.
You seen this?
So I'm watching the replay now.
So what he did is... No way.
Okay, I see. He's riding the wall.
You have to report him. That's...
Yeah, I see him in the back. He's riding the wall. All right, this is the guy right here. Oh, he had his mind made up that he was cutting across there no matter what.
And he's probably going to say, my throttle was stuck, but then look,
and he's
he
wall
turns it
bouncing
off
right
after
here.
your wheel. How does he get to drive away from that? Like, what?
Maybe he lost the connection to his wheel.
Well, he can explain that to the stewards because he's still getting reported.
I think he lost. Maybe he lost the connection to the wheel.
No, he was just full throttle through everything, and then afterwards he slows down, and then he starts driving off again. I'm watching the race start now. I don't know what the heck that was about.
Yeah. He don't lost the wheel. He's what? Damn.
You didn't tap him or anything at the beginning, did you? I didn't see the...
No, I didn't. I made contact with nobody. Now somebody tapped me from behind. Somebody tapped me from behind, but
I don't have the beginning of the race because I joined the server late.
At Dale Rodman
Unbelievable, this guy
said.
Oof.
Hard to know, but looks like an equipment failure to me.
Then
he was in P17.
He's still driving.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said, did they type in the game chat?
I haven't checked the chat yet, but I will in a second. So what I want to do is somebody tap me from behind. What I'm trying to do is figure out, like, here, let me slow it down to regular speed. This car right here, the way he was weaving back and forth behind me, he scared the shit out of me. So I let him go right there because I didn't want no parts of it. And then that red AMG behind me, he was driving erratic too. Right there, that guy tapping. That's where the
No,
that's
this
where
was
the
the
touch
Iron
came from.
Dames. This was an Iron Dames 911.
So who is this guy? So he's the one that touched me. The Zoo, whatever his name is.
Man, you didn't even make it to the LMP's lapping. Like,
Nope.
Chaos.
This is
chaos
worse than
follows you,
yesterday.
man. Oh, it's...
I mean, this is what I was talking about. This was one of the things that was making me want to quit LeMans Ultimate, because I'm tired of these bottom feeders destroying these races.
Link, check your DM afterwards. I shared like a Reddit post, and what this guy did almost looks like what the guy's describing what he did.
Okay.
That almost looks like he tried to take somebody out. Like, why else would you cut the chicanes like that?
So let me go back to him and see him from the beginning.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I can't get to... He's got damage on his car, but I can't see...
Okay.
He was behind you here, what is it, lap 15 minutes in, but I don't know...
Okay, so I'm watching him now at race start.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said, if my throttle was stuck, that's what I would do.
Yeah, but if your throttle's stuck, man, like, you don't need to kill people.
Right, and I'm thinking that...
And then it unstucks, and then he drives off, like... I don't know, man.
At Dale Rodman Jr.
At 344, he's
said,
behind you, so I don't know
the
what
alternative
happened.
was
This is what I'm
turning
trying
in
to
and
figure out.
blasting the car directly in front of him. He
That-
used the gravel to avoid the first collision.
But he was still traveling pretty fast on that gravel. And see, when he first went onto the gravel, let me go inside of him. So, pause.
Crazy.
When he first hit the gravel, he was attempting to make a left turn. And so it looked to me that...
At Dale Rodman Jr. said, yeah, cause his throttle was stuck LMAO.
But he was still attempting to keep the car on the track, is what I'm trying to say. That if his throttle got stuck right before he went off the track, he was still trying to get back on the track. Because you'll see when he goes into the gravel, he's still got the car pointed, turn left, trying to get back onto the track.
I don't know. His
So
equipment was
I'm
working
under the
fine.
impression that he tried to wreck somebody's race, but he's going to use that throttle shit as an excuse.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said, if your throttle got stuck, you wouldn't try to keep it alive as long as possible hoping it unsticks?
Dale is such an optimist.
I
man.
would try my damnedest to stop the car and find out what's going on. Because if my throttle's stuck, that means when you get to the corner, you're not going to be able to slow down.
If my throttle was stuck, I would stomp on it to like loosen, I don't know, whatever. But that guy,
At Dale Rodman
he
Jr.
clearly was on the
said,
throttle and then got off the throttle.
he might
and
have
then-
been standing on the brakes. At Dale Rodman Jr. said, but his pedals weren't responding.
You gotta check his inputs. I don't think
That's-
his...
Yeah, so he's already got damage. Looking here, he's got damage front and side. Okay, so if his throttle got stuck when he goes off the track, let's look at his brake input and see if he made any attempt to slow the car down.
I doubt it.
Because he could have still applied the brakes and still tried to slowly downshift the car. I mean, he flew across
At Dale
that sand
Rodman
like it was
Jr.
like it was granite.
Said his pedals weren't working.
I don't know. He's like upshifting, downshifting. I'm at the
Yeah, and
moment
I'm
right
seeing
now.
his brakes are working now. So I'm
At Dale
slowly-
Rodman Jr. said, just like it didn't show him lifting off the gas,
Unbelievable.
the pedals were
I
stuck
don't
at
see any brakes,
100% throttle.
I
At
just see
Dale
him in
Rodman Jr.
neutral,
Said,
and then
It
all of a
will not
sudden
show
his
him
brakes
braking.
working. Look at this.
I'll be right back.
When he took me out, he had front, rear, and I think side damage. So I'm
No, that
starting
doesn't
to get,
matter. Man. He's just,
I'm starting to get the impression that somebody hit him and he raged out and just decided he was going to destroy somebody's race. Okay, so he's behind me right there.
yeah, he lets off the throttle and then he upshifts into first and drives away. Like, what is this? It's at the end of the straight here.
So I'm watching right at the moment. I'm in 20th place. He's behind me.
He's hitting everybody, dude. I'm watching the race.
Oh yeah?
Oh my god, man. Yeah.
Even though I'm retired from
And
the race, you can
he's
still
blocking
watch it?
he's blocking LMP2s, man. Yeah, I'm watching right now. He got out of the pits after fixing his damage and then like kind of ignores the pit line, posts into turn 1 as cars are approaching, ignores. And he literally like, I don't know, man. I don't think he knows how to drive, man.
He knows how to drive. He's taking decent lines.
Like-
He right behind me.
But I mean, like, he has no racecraft. Like, an LMP car is coming up behind him, and he just like literally, I don't know, dude.
So as I'm watching him right here, he's not taking bad lines.
I still don't know why he decided to do what he did, man.
So what I'm looking at right here, he seems content with his position. So now he's behind that car that lost his wing. He's trying to overtake him. He got past him clean. He's got another Porsche on his heels right now.
No, white one.
Yep. He's got about 3 cars on his heels. So I'm waiting to see if somebody
Dale
touched
Rodman
him and he
Jr.
raged out.
Said, if you think that's something he decided to do, it's probably because you've been in a situation and thought of doing something like that.
You trying to tell me this is karma or some shit?
At Dale Rodman Jr.
I don't think it was equipment failure, man.
I think this is a simple
Just
situation
saying.
of an equipment failure paired with an amateur driver.
Well, he definitely has no racecraft like Andrea said.
Or he just doesn't care at that point. But then it's like, why would you finish the race if you don't care? I personally, I don't know, man. But yeah, when you check the message I sent,
Yeah.
maybe it makes more sense. I don't know.
His throttle's all over the place, but at that point when he went off the track, he made no attempt to hit the brakes.
At Dale Rodman Jr.
Now his brakes
Said-
are working.
Why would he
I'm
not
looking
care
at the
at
chat.
that point?
I don't see anything here, man.
His race was going fine until his throttle stuck, lol.
But he made no attempt to hit the brakes though. Look right here.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said,
He
"This
said,
is
oh
wild,
here,
LMAO."
sorry to whoever got taken out, my throttle got stuck.
But he made no
Bro,
attempt
like-
to hit the brakes. Right here, he's about to go off the track right here. And now the meter on his throttle is all over the place. That I can
At
admit.
Dale
but
Rodman
not-
Jr.
He did not hit the
said,
brakes.
His pedals weren't responding.
I don't know, in that case, that's why there's a neutral button. But yeah, he didn't
At
hit the
Dale
brakes or
Rodman
nothing,
Jr.
man. I don't know.
said. So it did not record him lifting off the throttle of pressing the brake.
His throttles is like going up and down like a radioactive meter. Now, after he hit me, now the brakes finally apply.
Like, he hit the wall harder than he hit you. How do you lose a wheel?
Right. And then Andreas said that he still, like, came out of the pits fucked up, still hitting cars and
now
shit.
when he's in the gravel, he figures out where neutral is. Like, I don't know, man.
So where's the live button?
That's such shit luck.
At
man.
Dale
Like,
Rodman Jr. said. He was freaking out.
Wow.
casual sorry. I don't know, man.
He's on lap 15. Okay, so let's see where this guy is now in the standings. So he's 27th now.
But dude, at this point.
Yeah, let me check the chat.
I saw it now after, because I was, like I said, in the replay. Casual sorry, my pedals got stuck, like a brake, man.
Okay, yeah, I see you said something to him.
At Dale Rodman Jr. said. What would you do if your throttle got stuck? Buy them flowers?
I would point my car directly at the wall and concede that my race is over.
Yeah.
If my throttle got stuck, because
Or
like,
hit the neutral button and downshift engine, like, I don't know, no engine braking, but
I would have pointed my car right at the wall and just conceded that my race is over.
At Dale Rodman
wouldn't-
Jr. said. This constant everyone is a moron and everyone is trying to wreck me attitude is what ruins the enjoyment of Sims for you fellas.
Some people do try to wreck you on purpose. Now, in his case, I can't say whether
At Dale Rodman Jr. said. A freak accident happened. Good thing nobody got injured.
Yeah, but he's still in the race, and I am. And the thing about it is, Andreas was saying that when he was coming out of the pits, he came out of the pits reckless, and he was still knocking cars around. So I refuse to buy into this kumbaya shit that it was an accident.
well, to be fair, he probably had new tires on.
At
and
Dale
they were, like,
Rodman
old,
Jr.
so he just-
It was more
said,
reckless than deliberate.
Now giggle about it and sign up for the next one.
I mean, it was negligent. It was reckless.
Dale's got a point to a certain degree, because, like, I watched on the real track day, there was like a AMG, one of those hatchbacks, and the guy had brake failure going into turn one. And yeah, he he had a very expensive rock party, we'll say. Not the kind with music.
Now this guy, he just, I'm watching him on lap 14. He just spun out. His car is pointed the opposite way. And he got his car super close to the track. So if any car would have ran wide, they would have went right into him. This guy has no racecraft.
I mean, he's okay. I'm watching it now. He turned away, which is more than what a lot of people do.
This shit happens in real life. People get hurt and have to wait a whole year to get back in that same race. At Dale Rodman Jr. said. And those are professional drivers.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I think I play a little bit F1 now.
Nice. Guy cleaner.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Okie dokie. Bye bye.
Like, this is why I was suggesting rally, man. Like, I took a break from like competitive racing, and I just worked on just car control and stuff. And it's more. It's like you call Race Room a breath of fresh air. I really enjoyed Rally. Just it gives me an excuse to put the round rim on, which I hardly ever use because I stopped playing AC1. And yeah, man, who knows, man? People might like watching Rally streams. Like if you, the only thing is I don't know if you have a round rim, right? You got mostly just
I don't have a round rim. I'm waiting for Black Friday so I can get a round wheel from Fanatec.
You might like it. To do rally with a Formula wheel is you're asking for a broken hand. Like, it's not fun.
Yeah. Like they got a simple like BMW round wheel that, you know, a few years ago it was only like $110 or something, but now with that inflation bullshit is like, I think it's now like 180. So I'm waiting for Black Friday. And because they do have good Black Friday sales, as my Formula V2 wheel, that was a $350 wheel. I got it for $200 for Black Friday. The only thing was the shipping was some bullshit. You know, it took them like 2 months to get it to me.
But yeah, the message I sent you earlier was from the Reddit for LMU, and the guy posts, "I need a break from LMU. Today I did something I'm not proud of. I was leading the Sebring race and got taken out. I thought it was a McLaren, but it was actually a Corvette. This happened to me 3 times in 3 races and I got really angry. I let that anger build up instead of dealing with it. At one point, I waited for the driver I thought took me out. In my anger, I saw McLaren and assumed it was him. Without thinking, I started going after him and tried to make him crash. I even crashed into him and took him out of the race. After the race, I watched the replay and realized it wasn't the right person.
I've actually
By then it was too late, bro. Like, this is what I thought of immediately when this happened. So like, Dale's right, but I mean, these guys, like, this guy has the courage to post, like, to admit what he did. But like, I think that speaks to what you're talking about. Is just people in this game are so revengeful. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's like too competitive. And the guy writes on, he goes further, he goes, I became the type of driver I've always criticized and hated seeing this in this community. And that really hurts to admit.
It's not a good feeling.
I don't normally drive like that.
You reach a point of rage where you want to throw your computer out of the window and grab the first person by the neck that's in front of you. It can get toxic. And
that's what this guy's describing, 100%. He apologized and then he said, like, I need a break from the game.
At GovNorm Clean said, we all rage rammed one guy to find out it wasn't them.
Yeah, it's literally
I've done that before. I'm not going to, I'm not an angel. I mean, I would consider myself like 95% clean, but I've had a couple of moments where I raged out and took somebody out.
I think
but
that
in my case, the guy that I took out, I went and watched the replay while the race was still live to make sure I was going to get the right person. That's it. And it's just like what that guy said, and like you said, the guy said in the Reddit. If this shit keeps going, I'm going to turn into the very people that I despise.
And to me, that's something like you played on console GT. Like it almost sounds like what they do daily on a GT open lobby, right?
So
like,
I walked away from, like in the case of GT7, it happens so much that when somebody hits you, they pinball off you and send you off the track. Even if you were in rage and wanted to pay them back, everything's happened so fast from all the dirty driving, you don't know who hit you. So in the case of the GT7, I just decided to walk away from the game. The only thing that made me come back to GT7 is that the same shit was starting to happen over here. So I figured, in all fairness, how am I going to sit there and criticize GT7 for being a dirty racing game, but yet I'm still over here praising this game and all the crazy shit is happening over here?
I think honestly though, Link, the difference is on PS5, you've got 10 and 12-year-old kids that have a controller and they're not investing thousands in a sim rig and all that. I don't think they know racecraft, and they don't care. There's no consequence.
Right.
If they get banned, whatever, they could just go on to Call of Duty or whatever. Here, people shouldn't want to be banned, especially if they've invested into a decent ecosystem or rig, whatever. But the problem is, they can just go on to the next game. Like, you have ACC and GT7 on PlayStation. Here, you can just skip to Maluma Darling, go on to the next game as long as it is an iRacing subscription, All the games are relatively cheap nowadays, and we're lucky for the variety we have.
And that's why, and that's one of the reasons why I said, despite the bugs that Rensport and Project Motor Racing games are having, it's a good thing that those games are here, because we're going to have so many racing games that it's going to spread everybody out, and that means less dirty driving on every racing game.
But you know what, dude? I thought about it too. One of the viewers said on one of your last couple streams, join a league where basically everybody agrees. Everybody's usually an adult.
Yeah, that's Dale Rodman. Dale Rodman, the one that was explaining what could have happened. He's on a league, and I sent him a message a couple of days ago that I think I'm about ready to join his league, because I'm tired of this shit. Because one thing that GT7 and look at that. That P2 just took that guy out, knocked him off the track.
Behind in the stream, but he's right. Dale's 100% right, man.
So I'm riding in the car with Pazinski, the guy that took me out. A P2 went around him and took the car out that was in front of him. That one thing I was about to say, the GT7 and LeMans Ultimate has in common, that depending on what track it is, you are probably got a good chance of getting taken out on turn one.
I mean, all these games, man, they need to teach. This is the thing that's missing. AC, EVO, whatever, has a driving, some BS driving, school mode where you have to go through cones or gates rather. But they should show you proper etiquette with endurance racing, because it is multi-class. I'm sure it wouldn't. If they can do an intro video, they can put on a once a week. Because this shit happens in multi-class. Look at Mantai at the Nürburgring 24 hours. Esther was passing some GT4 class Aston, and he went on the inside, bumped him, knocked the guy wide, and his penalty was so severe that they end up losing the race. And a driver like Esther, he should know better.
But I mean, a game like this is supposed to be a serious sim.
Yeah, but with the popularity, you're gonna get people of all people that are brand new to it.
It's funny that you say that, because I said that in one of my streams previously, that the more popular a game gets, it attracts the dirty drivers. I likened it to a nightclub where...
Yeah, I remember. I heard it was the thugs and the... Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then
I watched that stream.
The thugs show up, and then the hood rats follow them wherever they go. So I think when a game gets popular, it attracts the big name YouTubers like, well, I hear LeMans Ultimate is getting pretty popular. Let me check it out, see what it's all about. And then if they end up liking it and they start working it into their regular regimen, not too soon after, here comes the dirty drivers. So I feel like the dirty drivers are following the popular YouTubers. Where they go, where the popular YouTubers go, that's where the dirty drivers go.
The thing though is all of these games, it's all like high risk, high reward, you know? And like I said, in real life, you don't get as many of these idiots because nobody wants to crash their car. Here, the main difference is you press escape and nobody's hurt and your car gets repaired. The worst you get is a DNF, like what happened to you guys here.
This is a video game, but the equipment I brought, along with the VR headset and the base shakers, the only thing that I'm missing is a motion rig. And that would be as close as you can come to racing without actually being in the car.
Yeah, it is. The VR is a huge part of that, dude. Like, believe me, like, there's days where I almost prefer doing this over driving the real car because it's less stressful. Whether you're competitive or not, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're not... In real races, there's no insurance. Like, you crash, it costs the team parts. Like, look at F1. Schumacher basically got kicked out because he crashed the Haas too much and they didn't want to pay the bill anymore. It's expensive, but
now,
here it's more...
The way I was, say, 30 years ago, if I was a real-life race car driver, I might have gotten banned.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, because, like, I wouldn't have wrecked him with the car. I would have waited until the race was over and went into his pit lane and kicked his ass. You know, I don't want to get hit with the bill if I wreck the car, so I would have went and kicked his ass after the race was over.
$30 years ago in the 90s, you'd probably get away with it. They used to like box each other, man. Look at the Piquet incident. I'm gonna exit out of it. Not worth watching anymore.
Same here.
Well, whatever. I mean, it just goes to show you can be super careful and stuff like that will still happen. That was bad luck, wrong place, wrong time. If indeed the guy had equipment failure.
I wouldn't be as mad if it was just me.
Yeah, Hans sound
but
pretty
something like that, you destroyed an entire team's race. So that's 2 days in a row that we did this race. Yesterday, most of the shit was my fault. A P2 knocked me off the track, and that was the fatal blow. When he hit me, I lost the wing and the engine died. But the other ones was all on me. The point being is
how many did you guys do?
Huh?
How many did you guys do?
This was the second one.
Oh, man.
So I'm saying, like, both of them, yesterday's race and today's race ended the same way. In engine failure from a hard hit on the wall. So I would rather, if my equipment is starting to fail, I would rather send my car into the wall and destroy it and end my race than to run the risk of destroying somebody else's race, an entire team.
People are selfish, man. I don't know what to say. But, like, that's literally why I have a neutral button on my car, because at least the gravel trap would have slowed you down, but this guy went full speed. Like, I gotta hand it to AMS too. At least in that game, you go on the grass or the gravel, your car slows down, but you do like 360 spins before you can.
Yeah, my brakes have never failed me. The wheelbase has failed me before, but the pedals have never failed me.
Man, touch wood. I have the wireless thing with the Moza, and I heard horror stories about the same stuff happening.
And actually, when Project Motor Racing officially releases this week, I suspect that the racing is going to be 10 times worse than LeMans Ultimate.
Probably, man.
Because it's crossplay with consoles.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what that means.
Sure you can disable that. Yeah, there's going to be people on controllers that have no...
Right. So I've made that clear that I will be disabling the crossplay. So I expect that that's going to cut the incidents in half. There's still going to be some incidents, but not near as much.
Wait, that's like in 2 days, isn't it?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Damn. Well, hopefully the cloud storm at work's going to clear after this week. December's pretty chill over here, so I'm looking forward to trying it out.
Yeah, so but despite all that, like I said, we've got Rensport out of whatever. They're still putting patches on the game, and we'll get Project Motor
No idea
Races.
when VR's coming out with that, do we? Like, it's...
What's that?
Maybe they... With VR, with the Unreal 5 engine.
I'm hoping with, like, the VR's broken.
They're a small dev
Rensport.
team, right? They're just a super small team, like those guys.
The VR's broken.
Yeah.
They did some really fucked up shit. When Rensport first came out, they said that the VR would not come out until the game launches. And then when they
at
came out
GovNorm
with
Clean said, "What's happening Tuesday, boys? My ears perked up. What crossplay on LeMans?"
On Tuesday, Project Motor Racing officially releases. Right now, just people that were like in that program or whatever, factory program, whatever they call that shit, whatever it was, they got early access to the game. That's why you've seen these streams and videos all over the place. But the game officially releases Tuesday. And my point being is that if the game is halfway any good, for me, it's a win-win. If Project Motor Racing ends up being dog shit, I'm probably going to go over there and do my sprint racing, because I'm planning to go over there for my GTE racing, my Group C racing, the GT1 and 2s, because I'm starting to fall in love with those cars. So I'll be over there doing that racing. If the game is dog shit, that means there's going to be less people over there and less idiot driving, less dirty driving, especially once I turn off crossplay.
Have you tried the touring cars in Race Room yet?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, dude, they're wicked. Like, you can bump and grind, and like, it's... The cars aren't as sensitive to like that kind of shit.
And people race clean over there for the most part.
Yeah,
now,
yeah, they do. That's always what I told you.
but I do worry. I did worry that as Race Room slowly starts to gain popularity from this, from this overhaul that they've done, it's going to bring in a couple of dirty drivers. If the game gets popular, it's going to draw dirty drivers.
I mean, I don't know, maybe not. Like, the thing is like, I think
GovNorm Clean
slow growth is better because,
oh man,
like, LMU
saw
exploded.
Gamer Muscle playing PMR
the...
graphics look bad and its frames are all over the shop on his X3D. I will wait till it gets some updates. PPL not happy with how it looks.
Okay, sounds like you were in the middle of saying something, Andreas?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I think LMU, like, the Achilles heel was it got so popular so quickly. Like, I remember at the beginning they were penalizing like those isolated incidents, but like what you've been complaining about is it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. I don't think they have enough like mods or whatever to deal with every little...
No, they don't.
You see everything in the Reddits, like the sim racing stewards, all that stuff, and on Discords. Whereas Race Room, if it stays like slow growth, they might be able to weed out a lot of those like incidents where they're not, well, they're retaliatory or whatever, you know?
Right. So
That's what I'm hoping.
I hope so too. But to further make my point, and you just inadvertently said it right there, when LeMans Ultimate first came out, it was a gentleman's racing game. Everybody was racing clean. Nobody was racing dirty. Nobody forced anything. If they saw something wasn't there, they didn't try to force it. Everybody was still over at ACC at the time, and all kinds of bullshit was still going on over there. And like you said, this game blew up and got popular, and now all the cancers are over here.
That's why I think, and the problem too is you have iRacing that's subscription based, so you're not going to get like the 10-year-olds on the console that are smashing into everybody because they're going to get a ban. Everybody's paying for that service. So as much as people criticize iRacing, I think they weed out a lot of the weak. That's why guys like Verstappen, they only play that game, like especially at the top splits where people aren't doing that stuff all the time, you know? Then it's just you're dealing with sweaty people. Like, I don't know what's worse, man. Dealing with people who are like just bad like sports, or people who are like super competitive sweat lords, you know? I just want to have fun, like at the end of the day.
I think what's got me complaining is the shit that's always been in my DNA my entire life. My brother growing up was the complete opposite of me. He was a cheater when we were kids, and I always like wanted to be the good guy, so I was never a cheater. My brother was the kind of person where if we raced each other and did the 50-yard dash, if I was leading him, he would grab my arm and try to pull me back. And who can feel good about winning a race like that?
Some people don't think like you and I. They just think winning is winning.
Right.
Schumacher was a great example of that in F1, man. Like, he drove into people, like, not once.
I can't feel...
His mentality was he can't understand how people can be slower than him. Like, I get it. I get both ends of the spectrum, dude.
When I win a race, like especially when I was a kid, I was pretty fast. So you know how you have field day as a kid where you spend a whole day doing sports, the softball throw, the sack race, the 50-yard dash and shit like that. I won the majority of those races, and I did it because I was the fastest. Not because I grabbed some kid and held his arm, or because the other 5 kids in front of me lost their footing and fell flat on their face, and I was and I was in an opportunist spot. I was the fastest, so that still flows through me now. I would prefer to win a race because I was the fastest. If I get handed a win because the 2 cars in front of me wiped out or something like that, okay, I can accept it. But deep down inside, I know that I feel like I didn't deserve to win that race because I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the best driver out there. I was the safest driver. But I would never, ever, ever feel good about winning a race when I'm punting people off the track left and right. And the problems in this game are way bigger than my righteous beliefs.
Well, hopefully it gets better. I mean, like, maybe a big crowd goes to Project Motor Racing. Like, I don't expect the game to be perfect at the beginning.
That's why I'm saying it's a win-win with Project Motor Racing. It's a win-win. If the game is dog shit, I can move over there and do my racing. If the game picks up in popularity, some of these dirt bags over here will go over there. It's a win-win.
either way, you got to find somewhere where you enjoy, whether it's race room, this, or project.
Mm-hmm. The only shame of race room is that they don't have driver swap races.
Yeah, and they don't have also rain or weather, so
I can live with that.
like some people right away they're elitist snobs. They're not going to play the game because they won't give it a chance. So most of the people who do give it a chance, like yourself included, like you guys end up loving the game because it drives well, man. Like it's not perfect, but
well, I tried the game about 5 years ago. It was old.
oh,
at that time,
yeah, you can't compare. Even like Lockdown, like nobody played it. Like look at the Steam numbers.
Yeah, it was old, and not only that, I was stuck on ACC. I wasn't interested in anything else when I was on ACC. So I have to say that the graphics overhaul and the rank racing interface, new interface, I said, okay, let me give it a try. I gave it a try and I liked it, but I got more serious about the game once I started getting fed up with LeMans Ultimate.
Interesting. I'm looking at the numbers here. When it first launched in 2024, February, 4,500 players. Then it basically vanished to nothing. And then the next big peak was a year later, February 2025, 4,000. And then again, the numbers dwindled. June 2025 is when June and July, they had the peak numbers. And now the game's hovered around 6,000. I think ACC was always way more popular. I'll check right now to see. But I remember at the beginning in 2018, like not too many people played it though. But
so right now, race room, no, you don't. I mean, you don't see 500-600 people registered for a race. Although the race I had planned to do yesterday, the 1 hour race, there was 350 people registered for that race. So that being said, like the races that I'm interested in on Race Room, they have enough people in there to at least make 1 or 2 splits on the daily races, and it's still clean and competitive.
yeah, ACC peaked in April 2024, so that was 6 years after launch. And then basically they had less than LMU numbers.
What was the peak numbers then?
12,000 was the highest, like almost double. Like they had 9,000 April 2023. But like their average player count has been less than LMU's last couple. So that actually that's interesting. And a lot of that player base, like you said, literally must have gone to LMU, because if April 2024 they peaked and then since then has been downhill, the opposite has been true of LMU, because they launched in 2024.
Once LeMans Ultimate got the GT3s, that was the death blow for ACC.
Yeah, 100%, because they did it better. Like,
and the numbers you reported to me correlate that. So it sounds like the numbers went in the tank, and I think that's right around the time that we got the GT3s on LeMans Ultimate.
Yep. I mean, EVO never even got out of the water, man. Like January, there was 1,000 players average, or they had 3,000 peak, and then that was it.
That's another thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
That despite EVO getting off to a bad start, I do believe that once this game comes out of early access and they have a healthy amount of GT3s on that game, a lot of these people that are on LeMans Ultimate that are ACC rejects, they're going to go back to AC EVO.
100%. Yeah.
At GovNormClean said, I left ACC January 2025 after I found out VR was now working great. Never looked back. Don't all games have this trend now of shit drivers arriving later?
The shit drivers arrive after the popular people get there, because if you look at the pattern of LeMans Ultimate, people were complaining about the game being in early access and it's selling DLC and yada, yada, yada. And I'll give it a try when it's out of early access. Once they got the GT3s and people were like, well, let me give it a try, the game blew up. The game exploded. Next thing you know, like, you're seeing all these popular streamers stream the game. Like, look no further than Jardier. It's fun. It's fun. You know, ACC's still my main game, but it's fun. Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably only playing that game because that's his specialty. Like, why would you quit something that you are good at?
But I think what it was,
especially if a lot of people move away from the game, like.
But he's seen that ACC was starting a downward trend, and he saw that LeMans Ultimate was starting an upward trend. And I think the writing was on the wall that LeMans Ultimate was going to become his go-to.
At GovNorm Clean.
He is a.
AC is dog's height in VR for me with a 9800X 3D and a 7900 XT.
Yeah,
until VR is working.
Yeah,
I am not willing to reduce my VR view to a letterbox to get good frames.
Yeah, I hear you on
at
that. At
GovNorm Clean. Said. AC EVO I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But to finish what I was saying about Jardier, as he started to do more and more LeMans Ultimate streams and less ACC streams, his viewers started pressing him and was asking him, "Is this your main sim now?" No. This is just fun. You know, I'm just having fun. You know, all this shit. And it started getting to a point where some of his viewers were starting to attack him and saying that, you know, okay, we get it. This is your main sim now. So he couldn't just outright say that I'm done with ACC. He had to condition those guys to accept it.
It was funny. He was pissed off with Kunos, basically, with the Evo. He basically said, like, they're not advertising it. They're not. He made a big rant about them. Like, he was pissed.
But how can you advertise a broken game?
Exactly. Well, I was asking my buddy yesterday about the rally. I'm ignorant. I don't know much about it because I haven't been online lately or reading up on it. But he basically said it's under a different outfit. Like, I was like, how are these guys pumping out rally game when Evo's not even fixed? He says, well, it's under the same name, but it's a totally different team. Like, I
said, ACC great game, but drivers were shocking, man. Open lobbies were a wreckfest. LOL. The sound on ACC is still the best for me. I played ACC a week or so back. I didn't get the buzz like LMU.
I agree that ACC has the best across the board. I think they have the best sounding cars across the board. Not one particular car, but across the board. If you break down each individual car, I have my thoughts on which I think has the best sounding cars. Like, for instance, with the Merc, the AMG, I think iRacing has the best sounding one. When it comes to the Ferrari 296, I think Race Room has the best sounding 296, and so on. But yeah, the open lobbies on ACC were horrible, and I thought, like, LeMans Low Fuel Motorsports reduced a lot of that shit, but it didn't totally eliminate it. I think with Low Fuel Motorsports brought out the dive bombers and it brought out the sweaters. Or
yes.
At GovNorm
See,
Clean,
my experience with ACC was totally different.
Oh, the AC EVO and AC Rally is a plain tactic for companies wanting to reap maximum revenue. This is now a known way to make money. Nikita from Escape from Tarkov has online YouTube vids of his
Monza or Spa. Spa's not my favorite track, but I had clean races at Monza. I don't know, man. Like, even in GT4 open lobbies, like, it was weird. I heard all the horror stories, but they never matched reality.
Those horror stories were 100% true, because
LMU, I had basically one or two really good races, and then after that, like you said, it was just all sweaters. Like, everybody's buying paid setups where, like, the game's totally different than LMU. LMU, like, especially with the endurance racing, you have to coast and lift and fuel save and strategy. I never got into it with ACC. Like, it was basically go as fast as you can, take as much curbs as you can, smash the
At
brake pedal. Like there was no. It's the opposite of GTE or even
functions to
LMU
show that keeping
in
a game in
where
alpha is the most profitable way. i.e. Escape from Tarkov made a separate TDM and said it was made a different team. This was absolute rubbish lol. This is at GovNormClean said what EVO did.
Yeah, totally agree. Now, I know you were saying we were talking about Monza, Andreas, and you were talking about like the sweaters, you know, and the paid setups. Did you have something to add to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, you were talking about how the YouTubers, like all those guys, like they don't spend hours like making setups, dude. They're guys that are behind the scenes that make the setups for them. Like, I'm pretty sure Jardier, like they know how to set a car up, but they're not the ones that are basically finding every sweatlord advantage, like the stuff with iRacing, going on the grass, all that. Like I can't be bothered to be reading up every setup. Those guys are, I think it brings a lot of those just very sweaty. If you're streaming, like when
There's the finish. Let's pack up and disappear.
I saw the same thing during Corona. We had like professional drivers and police racing. Like they're all getting sweatboards. Charles Leclerc was fast in ATT.
Oh, you're botting on me hard.
Sim racing is not the same. F1 cars the same as driving on a sim. Like everybody will agree. And these guys had like super quick setups like that they were given behind the scenes. Like I'm 100% certain. I go in there, try to do a couple laps. Like mind you, I'm no professional driver, but it's just when there's like 4 seconds of difference and they have, I don't know, like you hear it all the time in F1 is what I'm saying. Like there's the esport line and then here's the fast driving line. And my point is like all of those drivers that know how to go fast in real life, they basically had help with people from the sim side of things explaining to them like, look, this is how you, no different than a real driver has an engineer, you know, but it's just, it's two different things.
Yeah. Not only that, I think some of these big name creators, I think some of them are cheating.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like,
let me give you an example. I can't remember the guy's name, but he posted a clip on Twitter and said, this is what cheating looks like. It was a clip from ACC. And the guy was like going full throttle through a lot of corners and he was still holding the racing line. This car wasn't washing out or anything. And there was some other big name creators that came on his post and tried to laugh him out of the building and was like, oh, you're just sour because you're not fast and all this kind of shit. And the guy responded by saying that this guy cheated and other people have cheated and I have proof and I'm getting ready to name names. Those same YouTubers that laughed at him all of a sudden came out with videos saying that they don't condone cheating and they don't like it and they never support it. And I'm like, wait a minute. A couple of days ago, you were laughing at this guy. Are you coming out with a video denouncing cheating because something might be getting ready to come out on you? Also, somebody also pointed out to me about how some of these big name creators may have bought subs.
I wouldn't be surprised with
that. They got 1,000 people watching, but the chat is barely moving.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, what do you call cheating? Like knowing something, like one thing's an advantage, another thing's cheating. Like LeMans, the track, basically iRacing, and versus LMU, because those are the two main titles that have that track. Mm-hmm. Some guys were driving in the middle of the straights because it's worth like 0.2. The only reason you know about it because you're watching the streamers, and I think this is the cycle. Like you want to be good at a game because you enjoy it, so you watch a streamer. Streamer has information, they share it with some people, but at the end of the day, there's certain things that they gatekeep. They don't tell you.
Yeah, they share the basics with you.
Yeah. Then they tell you to get the subscription for the setups. Like, dude, it's like giant Ponzi scheme. Like, at the end of the day, like,
you know, not in it's like
the only difference. Yeah, go ahead.
That situation where these YouTubers was laughing at that guy about the cheating allegations, and then when it looked like they might get exposed, they came out with videos. There was about 3 of them. I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name their names. But when they came out with that, video denouncing the cheating, when they were laughing at the guy a couple of days earlier, what does that say? But this particular situation, I don't have a problem naming the name, but Jardier was getting ready for a race. You know how he's close friends with UCOG and Tortellini and stuff like that. And they were sharing setups with each other, and when they were doing that, they were blacking the screens out so nobody could see it. So that points to the gatekeeping that you were talking about. And then there, in one case, Key 25 had a setup, and when he went to tweak the setup,
at GovNormClean said, selling setups is literally like making money out of thin air, lol. I don't understand why people buy these when everything is available to you in the game.
A game like ACC, there's a lot of shit to tweak on there. Like, you don't know about the tweaking the camber and the toe and all that shit, and how much effect that's going to have. The biggest thing, like ACC, for an example, the biggest factor I see with lap times is whether your tires are inflated or not. Like, they always stress about a certain tire pressure, and then once the tires warm up, the tires inflate, and then your lap time gets a little bit faster. So that's really the only basic secret they came out with. And then
the thing I don't like is when the setups that these guys, okay, so the difference between the guys that are doing it full time and casuals that, we got a day job, those guys have all day to experiment with what's the fastest.
Yes.
The thing I have a problem with, and this is why Sims will never be the same as real life, is there's stuff that you think in real life that makes sense, and then you do the opposite in the sim, like the esports line where the guys are just like, you don't think to use this naturally, but you do because it's quicker. These are the guys that have done 1,000 laps. Like, I'm not going to sit there in my free time doing 1,000 laps. Like, there's a certain wall you hit, whether you're one of these sweaty guys or not. And the setups is like one thing further. Like, I really didn't like, for example, Project Cars 2, because all these like leaderboard times are with basically cars that last 1.1 lap.
I joined Discords and meet PPL who are willing to share info and watch free YouTube vids, lol. I have some good setups, I share them like a mofo's slightly smiling face.
Yeah, I don't blame that.
Yeah,
but that brings me on to why I don't play AC so much anymore, because AC, as we all know, has a huge modding community, and a lot of those guys are trying to sell mods on there for whatever, $5, $6, $10, whatever. If it's a pack, it's more expensive. Those guys are literally, like, even big companies, they're ripping the data from other sims that launched the car first, and then they're reselling stuff with their whatever twist on it.
Oh yeah, look no further than people who snatch cars off of Project Cars 2 and then sold them as mods on Automobilista 2.
Yeah, exactly. That stuff I don't like, and that's more, from what I gather, a lot of the Discord kids, they're doing that, which I get it, but it's different ways to make money, man. It's hustling.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It's just, because case in point, like the Ford GT is one of my favorite cars, and it's not on R Factor 2. It's not on Automobilista 2. So I was only too happy to buy those mods so I can have them in those games, because Automobilista 2, even though it doesn't have ranked races, it's still one of my favorite sims. But they don't, I don't think they have Ferraris on there at all.
Oh, they don't have the licensing for sure. I'm surprised they got like BMW and Lamborghini, but
Same thing with Project Motor Racing. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're probably going to allow mods, is so they can let the mods put the cars on there that they can't get the license for.
that is complicated. Like, look at AC Evo. Look at their Discord. They're not allowed to share any mods on there because copyright infringement, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari is one of those things. Like, I'm sure they charge a pretty penny to use their prancing horse, and look at the way they sell road cars. A lot of people don't even want to buy them because of the way it's basically like a Rolex authorized dealership. Like, you have to be allocated a car after buying stuff you don't want.
Yeah.
That's, I think, one of the reasons Jay Leno won't touch the brand. Like, the guy's got more money than all of us, and
one of my
he's not
friends
going to
on
touch the
Twitter,
brand.
like one of my friends on Twitter is filthy rich, and Ferrari just unveiled a new car. So I tagged him and said, hey, you know, one of these cars under my Christmas tree would be nice. And he said he don't like dealing with Ferrari because of that allocation shit. And he was like, you got to buy like 4 or 5 different cars from them, almost like a damn skill tree. You have to start from the bottom and start buying your way up to the top to get to the car you want.
I mean, Porsche is going the same way, man. Like, I bought my car slightly used because I knew I'm going to either have to wait 2 or 3 years for an allocation, or that's it. If you don't have brand history, like, I went in there and here's a short story. I tried to get a base 911, just a test drive. We play phone tag. This guy always on vacation, come back this week, come back. You know, like, just to try one before I even bought one. Just what is it like? You know, this is my dream car for 20 years. And I'm playing phone tag with people. And then I get another salesperson. She's trying to sell me a Cayenne. I'm like, look, I don't have kids. What am I going to do with a Cayenne? You know? And then as soon as I bought the GT3, I went in there and I'm like, look, I got a GT3. Maybe I don't need this much of a car. I'm interested in the Boxster. I had a test drive within a week, like that. But like, they are like, I don't know, man. These brands, I get that the economy is in a rough place. Like, most of those car companies are suffering, but like, watches, cars, like luxury cars, like they're luxury items. They're not essentials, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, I watched the Rolex Reddits and they're like, these guys are bringing coffees to the place where they're selling. Like, these people should be selling you the watch, not the other way around. Like,
right.
People fetch coffees like every week. Yeah, no, dude, it's a joke, man. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm not in that kind of a. But when people are bringing coffees and, like, I don't know, man.
Well, we've been on for quite a while, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take a break and I think I'm gonna run off and go play some Battlefield 6 or something.
Yeah, nice. Enjoy, man. That's been my pause from LMU the last month and a
half. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch Battlefield 6 because of the security boot shit they were making you do with 2042, but it looks like they're not making you do it with Battlefield 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and see about getting one off of G2A. Jump in here and play some with my son.
enjoy them.
Yep. And I will talk to you later, my friend.
At GovNormClean said, I was a poor ass kid, with nothing, mom worked her ass off, I got a job and it doesn't matter how much money I have, I always want bang for buck. The idea of buying a Rolex worth 8 grand when? At GovNormClean said, when all it does is tell the time, is madness to me. At GovNormClean said, I have a Casio LMAO.
It's funny that you say that, because like the Casio, the G-Shock was one of my favorite watches. Now, getting back to what you're saying about like bang for the buck, that was one of the reasons why, like, months and months and months, I was stressing to people that if you want to get into sim racing, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars like I did. And I'm not saying, you know.
At Andreas9119 said, they are status symbols, man.
Definitely, Andreas. You know, I'll be hopping off here in a second. I just wanted to
At Andreas9119 said, most people use their phones to tell the time these days.
That's true too. That's true. So to put a bow on it, that's why I have been stressing for months. Like when I talk about
at
how much money,
GovNormClean said, G.Shock, you big spender.
Yeah, right. That watch was only $50. And it still looked better than other watches, sports watches that cost $200. In any case, that's why I was trying to tell people you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get a sim racing experience. I spent as much money as I did because I was thinking to myself that I don't want to buy the lower model and then find myself wanting to upgrade 2 years later or something like that. So just go straight to the top and get the top model and be done with it. But now that I have the top, you know, at the top model at the time, now I realize I didn't need it. So I've been making it my mission to explain to people, no, you don't have to spend $1,000 on a rig. You don't have to spend $1,200 on a wheelbase. You don't.
At GovNormClean said, a phone tells the time. Casio is getting put on the shelf, slightly smiling face LMAO.
The G-Shock, when I had the G-Shock, I didn't even use it to tell time. It was a sports watch, and I was, you know, and I had an athletic build, so the G-Shock helped fit the look. So it helped you look athletic. So, and the thing about it was, with the G-Shock that I had, at the time, I was dating this girl who worked at Target. So it was like almost every time
at Andreas9119 said, 100% link. I have the M booster pedal set to what's a reasonable feel, similar to real car, and I hardly ever hit 100% braking anymore after a 2-hour stint. My legs ain't weak.
Yeah, definitely all that pressure of having to stomp on those pedals. So like, if you decide you want load cell pedals, you don't have to go get these.
At Andreas9119 said, the dude on spring pedals is going to hit 100% faster than I can, and will be off the brakes long before, less loss of time. $$ does not equals lap time.
No, and as I was about to say that when it like using load cell pedals as an example, no, you don't have to go get the Husenvelds or the Asatex or whatever the fuck those things are with those new hydraulic brakes they just came out with. Shit, as far as I'm concerned, you can get the Fanatec CL brakes. Yeah, I think it was the CL pedals or CSL pedals. And if you get the whole set with the load cell pedals, I think that was $200 back then versus the 370 that I paid for my V3s. Like, you know what's crazy? The Fanatec wheelbase that I bought about a month ago, that True Force G923, I actually like the brake pedals on that. I actually like the brake set on there. It kind of has a load cell type principle on it, but it's not official load cell pedals, but I still like them. That actually, even though it's an entry-level wheelbase, I think those are quality looking brake pedals. So as crazy as it sounds, I have almost as much fun using my G923 as I do my wheelbase right here. And this shit that I'm sitting in right here was about $3,000 versus the $400 wheelbase I got in my bedroom. And I, you know, in some cases I'm having more fun on the Logitech wheelbase because there's no pressure. I'm just there to have fun. I'm not trying to turn in this lap time. I'm not trying to go sweaty or none of that shit.
Said, I use VR, man. I got all the Gucci gear in front of my eyes while I sit in my play seat Chow Len, with my cheap Thrustmaster T300 and pedals LOL. In VR I am a rich guy driving a Lombo LOL slightly smiling face VR dreams.
Totally agree. I've always said this because I was a VR guy before I became a VR sim racing guy. And I have always said that VR has made the dream come true. VR has made so many of my dreams come true. And the first time I tried a racing game in VR was Drive Club on the original PSVR 1. That gave me one of the best feelings, one of the biggest rush in my life, followed by the worst feeling of my life, because I'm traveling 200 miles an hour and it's mind blowing because I'm seeing this, sitting inside the car, seeing it, but it also made me motion sick because my eyes are telling me that I'm moving at 200 miles an hour, but my feet were planted to the floor, but I'm not moving. So it was like messing my whole head up. And I got motion sick and damn near threw up. So me getting to where I am right now, it took some time. They call it getting your VR legs under you. So I had to build up a tolerance for it. But short story long is when I first started racing in VR.
At Andreas9119 said, "It's more fun in VR anyways, man. I see a ton of Carrera GTS parked every time at the dealer, or in photos on Insta. Driving these cars virtually is more fun."
Like, what are the chances we're going to get, like somebody like me, I'll never get to sit inside a race car. So that's where I was about to go with it. When I first started racing in VR, it made the dream come true. To actually sit in one of these cars. So I give GT Sport, I give them credit for that, because there's a lot of exotic cars that I don't even know what the inside of them look like. And I got to sit inside of them.
At Andreas9119 said, "They have 500 kilometers on the odometer. That's like 2 gas fill-ups. You telling me the owner enjoyed it more than us in VR?" At GovNormClean said, "Played VR first time, did 20 minutes, motion sickness kicked in, I lay under the computer for 1 hour then dragged my ass to bed. I go those legs now."
Yeah, I remember those days. Damn near about to throw up, head was spinning, stomach turned upside down. Yeah, there were some days that like the VR fucked me up so bad that I took the headset off and crawled right into bed. And so in the beginning, after I realized that the VR was making me motion sick, I was only doing it on the weekends. So if I get sick, I got the whole weekend to recover. Because like you get motion sick, that shit don't go away after 5 minutes. That shit takes a while to get out your system. So there was a couple of times I went to work feeling like I was hungover.
At Andreas9119 said, "Sultan of Brunei has like 1,000 car collection. Bet he hasn't driven half of them more than a few miles. He has but ain't enjoying them. Side note, rally gonna fuck you up in VR." At HolyAndOnSick156 said, "With a hey and a ho and a hey hey hey."
Dan Sock, what's up? Andreas, I have done Dirt Rally, because I have Dirt Rally 1 and 2. And I've actually done them before, and I had to drive it using my McLaren wheel. So yeah, I've done Dirt Rally. I've done Rally in VR. But I think the big thing that messed me up was trying to listen to the navigator. Left upside, crest uphill. Like, what the fuck? Crest what? Just But I am curious about AC Evo, AC Rally. Looks like it's got good graphics.
At GovNormClean said, "I get it in IRL as navigator. Only thing that rids of motion sickness is pure adrenaline. You got to do something scary or confrontational. I realized that solved it. I had a risky job." At Andreas9119 said, "Flat stage easy peasy, the first time you go up hills and crap, Your body ain't going up and down, but your brain says you are. Ugh. Reversing in VR also does it sometimes. At HolyAndOnSick156 said. So instead of buying a PlayStation 5 I just upgraded my internet speed and I can compete now with my PlayStation 4 in shooters. At HolyAndOnSick156 said. Take care everyone.
Yep, same to you, Dan Sock. See you soon. All right, folks. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me take a short nap and get ready to hop on some Battlefield 6. I could possibly come back this evening on some Race Room, but we'll play it by ear.
At Andreas9119 said, yeah, gonna let Link go and enjoy BF6 with Son. I got more work to do. Take care, guys.
All right, Andreas, my friend, my teammate, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Gov, appreciate it. Dan Sock, thanks for popping in. Mr. Rodman, thank you so much, as always. I'll talk to you soon. And everybody else that tuned in, I really appreciate it. Until the next one, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. We'll see everybody. Have a good one. Ah.